Guys, we are live. So,
Bull Bros here.
What a game. I mean, honestly, I expected to be completely donkey punched up and down the field.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking
wow.
85 to 10.
85 I mean, halftime, we look good.
Yeah.
I mean, are you joking me, man? And yo, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We look really good, guys. So, I mean, it's exciting to see, this team come together. Finally,
yeah,
guys, lots to discuss and unpack, guys. So let's get into it.
I'm Dale Henley. You watching the Bull Bros podcast? Let's do it!
Alrighty, guys.
What's up?
So, did anybody predict that score? Predict? I said predict.
Yeah.
Guys, the whole time I'm watching the game going like, are you joking me? Is this really going to happen? I mean, and look, it just goes to show you this team has talent and they just needed some good leadership and they played for pride, guys. 100% of the game was just pride. That's all it was for. So, pretty exciting. Yeah. So, I mean, probably one of the best. Yes. There you go. One of the most exciting losses of the year.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. This team played with more pride.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Really I mean, and Eckler looked good. Everyone was out there playing.
Hey, Brandon Staley was right about something.
Dude,
this locker room did have a lot of pride. Yeah. And they showed it today without his ass.
Yeah, without his ass.
Yeah.
And look, you gotta ask yourself the question, like, Sebastian Joseph Day, why is he not there? I mean, who knows what the situation was with that? Maybe he just said, hey man, I don't want to play for this team if Staley's not here, know?
I mean, he definitely was a Staley guy, so that's just like, well, okay.
Yeah. And I'll tell you guys, I mean, in GIF we trust, gift for Prez.
So president. Let's go.
Gift for Prez.
That's right.
Aether, how we doing, buddy? Okay, cool.
Hey, what's up?
We got James here as well too.
James up there. What's up?
So James is having Christmas with the Hill people.
Yeah, that's right.
So
the Hills have eyes.
Yeah,
he's up there.
So he's having. So they don't have internet. Apparently, they don't know what an internet is. So that's why he can't be on.
Yeah.
So here we go. The team has some juice.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, heartbreaking loss again. But I tell you what, I thought we were going to get absolutely destroyed.
I mean, this was like the best heartbreaking loss that we actually really had all year, though.
Yeah.
I mean, because this game we saw some improvement. We saw some
fight,
some fire, some energy behind the players, or whatever. But then, I mean, yeah, we did lose within the field goal again. But still, it's like this was better to see this one than what we've been seeing all year.
Dude, I tell you what, and they just said flat out, guys, let's actually play football. And, Brandon Staley, again, he was ridiculously complicated on his defense. I will talk a little bit more about that. But again, Chris Collinsworth said some things at the very beginning of the game, which, remember, if you guys recall, I think it was 5 weeks ago, I had a dream that I became the defensive coordinator. My number one rule was, okay, guys, what do you guys want to do on defense moving forward? And I was going to do a whole sheet. Okay, you pick your favorite plays. Why are these favorite plays? It's exactly what Derek Ainsley did for this game. He said, okay, what do you guys want to play?
Right.
And honestly, guys, if the team is not bought in, they're not going to play. Right. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Throw your questions out, Aether, or if your thoughts as well. We'll try and highlight them as much as possible. And Dicker, the kicker.
Yes.
He's got to go to the Pro Bowl. Get your Pro Bowl votes in.
What was that? 5 field goals of the game, or is it 6?
5 field goals. Actually, we could throw up the stats here.
Yeah, let's pull up some stats.
Yeah.
Stats.
So, a lot to discuss on the stats here for sure, guys. And guys, who would have predicted this score, guys? Yeah. Oh, my gosh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just absolutely incredible. You know what? Even Eckler looked good out there, man. I mean, dude, Eckler's looked like hot garbage all season. Dude, I mean, we got to keep him no matter what, man. I mean, I'll tell you, we looked really good.
Yeah, definitely not head coach. Sorry. I mean, yes, he's still good, but no, we want somebody else for head coach.
Yeah.
Still. I mean, if we can, let's get, someone with a lot more experience and a lot more, I guess I would say, track record.
Yeah.
Well,
and not only that too, right? I mean, this is the players just playing for each other. They look at each other in the locker room and said, hey guys, let's just lay it out on the field. Let's go.
We got 3 more games left.
Yep.
This is our like 3-game playoff. Yeah.
Yep. And we have to re-sign Gilman. He's
strong.
By far one of our better players.
Yes, 100%.
So yeah, let's take a look at the stats here real quick. So let's see. Oh, okay. So here we go. Okay. So again, close loss. And guys, I mean, let's look at the team stats, man. Look at this. Total yards. Look at that.
Yeah.
Guys, we hung tough with them, man. Kicking field goals matters in the NFL, man, especially against the Bills, man. Right. They're a good team.
Yeah.
Total yards, passing yards, rushing yards. Look at that, 98 yards rushing.
That was great to see.
See, the game plan was awesome, you know, and maybe see, I don't know, guys in the chat, what do you guys think? Do you think that Brandon Staley was holding back a little bit of what Kellen Moore could do specifically? And again, we still gave us some explosive plays.
I think a lot of those rushing yards though came from Easton Stick though, like running more of an RPO situation.
No. Eckler had a good game too. So I mean, yeah.
Let's look at the player stats.
Yeah, player stats were still good as well. I mean, obviously, this is
Bills right there. Yeah.
But you know, again, Easton Stick only had 25 yards. Okay, Eckler 65, right? So yeah, I mean, you know, Eckler did better than he has in the past, right? Yeah. So I guess that's my point, right? And Stick's numbers, again, he wasn't spectacular, 210 yards, but still they hung tough the entire time. And and guys, you know, it's important that at least they were out there putting their best effort and just moving forward. So, man, pleasantly surprised. Yes, very sober one, absolutely. We could talk a lot about that. You know, we'll talk more about that down the roads here, but I mean, there's going to be some tough changes coming through. Definitely.
I mean, it's going to be literally, we know it's going to be a whole new team next year for sure, but yeah, we'll get more into that in detail later.
Well, and he showed excitement on the sidelines. He was yelling. He was, you know, like, why would you, Brandon Staley just would sit there and he had the thing in front of his face. He wasn't like paying attention to the players and coaching people up. You know, I mean, there are things that he was doing wrong. You know, he wasn't talking to the rookies. He wasn't playing the rookies. You know, there's a lot of different things.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Easton Junkin.
Yeah. I think a lot of people were expecting the blowout because like the Vegas had us at -12, you know,
-12 guys. That's disrespectful.
That's super disrespectful. It's like, dang,
just goes to show you that the difference between winning and losing in the NFL is very slim. And again, they just made the game plan very simple and it worked out well.
Yep.
Dickman in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, he needs to be. Yeah, I mean, we really should get that put up in our videos. You know, like why not? You know, like everyone vote for Dick the kicker. Yeah.
You know, good point, Aether. We could have saved the season if he was 2-4. You know, there's a lot to be said about that. I think you know, the favoritism in the locker room clearly was a problem. But you know, it is what it is, man. I mean, the team can play. The pass protection was good. I mean, there was a lot of good things about. I mean, well, I wouldn't say it was stellar, right? But it was better than I expected. Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Well, we had 2 interceptions. So yeah. I mean, that's good. We had +3 on the turnovers.
+3 on the turnovers, which is huge, guys.
That's great.
Yes, and the game was awesome. Miguel, go back and watch it. You really need to watch it. I'm not joking. Go if you have not watched the game. You're just logging on here. By the way, thank you. That's an extremely awesome thing for you to do, just to come in and just hear what we have to say, because watching the game is more important than listening to us. But my point is, it is worth watching. The Chargers played with heart. They look really good. And where was this all season?
Yeah.
Ticked me off.
Right. Exactly.
But, you know, we're seeing the Eckler revolt again, right? At least Eckler scoring some points. You know,
I mean, where this was all season, it was left on the field after the Jacksonville game.
Yeah. So that's true.
Yeah.
I think the team just figured out how to lose, right?
Yes.
But, but it's good seeing, you know, Palmer look good. Yeah, Everett looked good. You know, we saw some really good, you know, ball distribution as well too. Going to the defense, Basie looked really good. No, this is Hankins right here.
Yeah,
Hankins looked okay. That one missed tackle. Remember the thing at the very
missed tackle. Barely. Yeah.
I was having a heart attack. We were like watching. Of course, you know, it almost would have been better if he had
let him have it.
Yeah. But you know, who knows? Still chewing gum, scratching his ball, losing.
Yeah. I still understand why people are still saying he's a good defensive coordinator who can't scheme a defense or be innovative. Yeah.
Well, again, it just goes to show you it's different when you are being a defensive coordinator and head coach.
Oh, yeah.
2 different things. 2 different things, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, and he was too prideful to give up his defensive play calls to somebody else, you know, because a head coach just needs to be a head coach, you know, like, I mean, you already got enough on your plate at that point just let someone else be defense,
Yeah, and so let's talk about the defense. I think I messed up the slides here, guys, so I apologize. But yeah, defensively, we looked a lot better than I expected. I mean, I fully expected them to score a lot more points on us. I mean, 24 points, that's great. They had 16 first downs. They were 5 for 10, which is pretty good on third down efficiency. They didn't go for it on fourth at all,
which is good to see because we've been horrible at fourth down lately. So it's like, okay, fine, you're good. Yeah.
But they had quite a few penalties, and they had 3 turnovers, guys. So that gave us an opportunity to win the game. And honestly, we had a shot. Derwin James looked good. The whole defense looked much better, and the O-line looked okay. The O-line looked okay. And you're right. What if Allen and Williams had all played?
Right.
But again, much better game. The team at least showed up, guys.
Yes.
Let me just say this. So again, let me rephrase what happened with Ainsley. So Ainsley, just so you know, he basically asked all the captains. Now, one captain would be Sebastian Joseph Day. He's no longer with the team.
Yep.
He sat him down and said, "What do you guys want to run? What do you want to run defensively?" And if you guys remember, I had my dream that I was a defensive coordinator. That was essentially what I was going to do. I was going to sit down and say, "Okay, what do we want to do defensively moving forward?" And
it's possible then as if they let Bash go, maybe he said, "I want to run the same thing that Staley's been teaching us all year."
Could have been,
and everyone was like, "No," and then he was just like, "Well, then I'm out then." So,
yep. Yeah. And Dennis, that's exactly what I was saying. So basically, that's what my thought was. Like, look, guys, we're here for pride. What do you want to play? That's exactly what I would have said. More man, a little more base defense, and they ran it great. I mean, look, that's an explosive offense, guys. The fact that we held them to, I think it was only 100 yards rushing.
105.
105 yards rushing, guys. That's pretty damn good, guys.
That's better than what we have done.
Way better.
Yeah.
But the passing yards, we got gashed on a few explosive plays. Again, Davis isn't having a great season, right? So, better the Raiders game, yes.
Yeah. But the rest of not really, yeah.
But hold on just a second, though. The Raiders are terrible. The Bills are a good team. So the fact that you get smoked by the Raiders and actually show up and play really well against a playoff team
and had a good chance.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Exactly, guys. Right. So look, I'm thinking about the positive right now. And it's looking good. Right. So a lot of tough decisions, moving forward, special teams look good. Of course, Darius Davis, having a little fumble-rooski problems, a little bit of an issue there as well. But it's good to see special teams still getting out there. I would like to see Zero out there play a little more. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be really good to see Deion Henley out there a little bit more. Just like, get him out there. He needs the reps. Like all the rookies need reps.
Well, and again, whatever the coaching staff is that comes in, they need to evaluate these players correctly.
Yes,
moving forward. So the more reps they get, the better off they can evaluate moving forward. But this guy right here, Thule,
yes,
okay. He made a really good play on the side. I think it was in the second quarter. Right, he literally stopped him on a 15-yard play. No, it was maybe a 10-yard play for first down, but he ran all the way from the defensive line all the way to the far side. His motor is just there, guys. And so just goes to show you, man, coach, it matters who you play for and play with, right? Again, in the locker room, you're saying, "Hey, I want to play for you. I want to play for you." But the coach comes out, look, even the offense looked better today.
Right. No, they really did. Like the offense actually stepped up in a huge way. I mean, like Palmer caught a lot of balls. QJ caught a lot of balls. Seemed like they did all right,
100%. Yeah, and if we'd stayed healthy with Herbert and Allen Williams. Yeah. But here's the reality. Here's the question, though. How far we would have gotten in if we'd gone in the playoffs with Brandon Staley at our head at the helm. Clearly, I think Matt Money Smith said it perfectly. He said, this team found ways to lose. We found ways to just lose games.
Yes.
Not to win games, to lose games, to somehow just fall apart. And again, it just goes to show you, yes, you can have all the players in the world you want, but if you're not a team, you're not going to be successful.
Right.
So, it's huge, guys. It's absolutely huge. So, yeah, anyways.
This game would have been showed me something if they actually pulled it out, but no, same exact result. Lose on last drive, nothing different. Players are asking critical downs. Yeah. Well, I mean, I get it, but like I said, we all know this too. These last 3 games really don't matter for us. I mean, clearly with this loss, we are 100% eliminated from the playoffs now. There is no 0.1 chance anymore.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done.
Yep.
100%. Like, we are eliminated. So, but like we've been saying, we're playing with pride, and they actually showed up today. We didn't get blown out, and it wasn't a -12 situation. So, that was the biggest positive that we saw from this reality check.
I'm seeing us knock out the Broncos. Next week.
So we could definitely beat the Broncos next week if we play like that again.
Yep, absolutely. And again, this is one of the best games of the year, guys. We showed heart, we played hard, and that's all we're saying, guys. I mean, we lost, of course.
Yeah,
but you got Easton Stick, you got a lot of backups out there, and we looked good. By the way, I will say this too. The one thing I will say is that Easton Stick ran the offense, I think, exactly how Kellen Moore wanted the offense to be run. It's one of the things I've always said about Herbert, and guys, agree or disagree with me on this, and you as well, Kyle. I think Herbert tends to kind of run a lot of off-script stuff. Like the way plays are developed, it's a 1-2-3 read. 1-2-3 read. 1-2-3. I think he just looks at everything and then just chooses the best person in his mind, which is okay, fine. Roster, he wants to drive the ball downfield, but a lot of these design plays are 4-yard downs, 5-yard plays, and he was kind of making it more difficult on himself. Right. I think Easton Stick ran the offense exactly how it was designed, and it looked good. And he did some off-script stuff as well too. So, definitely. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, I think Kellen Moore said it before, is that like Herbert always picks like the hard throw. Not always, but of course he does pick the hard that throw. And it's like, it doesn't necessarily do him much credit, because he's throwing these hard balls and they don't get caught or something like that.
Right.
But that's just it. But Easton Stick, he's doing it exactly what Kellen Moore is doing like that, So with a little bit of running, using his legs a little bit more too, And
the other thing too, guys. Okay, DZ, great example. Meaningless game, guys. When teams lose, guess what? Mentally, they think, "Oh, we're just going to keep losing," right? If you could stay, you want to win. I understand the whole draft conversation, draft pick conversation, but draft picks are a crapshoot. It's literally a crapshoot.
It really is.
You just don't know.
It's a huge gamble.
It's a gamble. So my thought is, if this team could get some momentum, look in the locker room and say, "Hey, we ended strong, with an interim head coach." I'm telling you, it can move over to the next year. Just look at what happened with Jacksonville.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Like that bad mentality can carry over. And so here's the thought too, is that like, if I was the interim head coach, like Giff Smith is like saying, we got a 3-game playoff here. Let's just like go out there and have fun. Well, what's having fun for a player is winning.
It's exactly it, guys.
Like, I would not want to go out there to intentionally lose ever.
Yes.
I hate the word tanking. I know like it, that's kind of what we're planning on doing. Like everyone's mentally thinking about the same, but so what? Okay. We're not going to get a top 5 draft pick. We'll get a top 10 still, probably.
Top 10. Yeah. Well, and again, we'll see how the season plays out, right? But look, I want these guys to gain some confidence too, right? At the end of the day, it's important. Mike, good to have you here. Bills fan here. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, throw your questions out as well too, Mike, as well. This is completely free. If you want to talk, throw something out there.
And I'll also say this though too. It's like, I mean, we're playing for stats too. Like
we are.
I would like to see Khalil Mack get a couple more sacks. Get his record up there, Like, I mean, I don't know. Has he still gotten his 100th sack yet? I don't think
not yet.
No, he hasn't. So
not yet.
I want to see that the 100th sack, and let's get him to 20, to 22. We got 2 more games left, so that'd be amazing. So let's make it happen. I want to see some stats, come up. Like Keenan Allen's been having a great year. Hopefully he comes back for the Broncos and plays his heart out. And the same with let's see some good football. We only got 2 more games left. I want to see some good football. I don't want to just see.
That's exactly right.
I don't want to see our team just bend over and just get, I don't even want to say it.
Bend over, I'll show you. Right?
We got my niece and nephew are here. They probably heard worse in the playground.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Again, it's Christmas time. We like the sweaters. Ugly.
Right. Mine's just a charge as well.
I got the cats here.
Nothing too serious, but keep it cash.
So in DC, just so you guys know, it does sound like Jim is having some pretty intense conversations.
Good.
I have been watching and reading absolutely everything I could possibly find, and there are a lot of people saying that those conversations are being had with the Chargers right now. And so, And again, that guy knows how to motivate players,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That's what he guys. Do you realize he's still the 5th winningest NFL head coach ever?
Oh, really?
5th ever.
Dang.
Yeah, 94 and
Wow.
No, it's 49 and 14. I can't
Yeah.
remember. I can look it up. I can look up the stats.
Yeah.
If you can look it up in the stats, let me know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, but I think that's a good thing. A good draft pick is a W in my book. You know, but a good draft in general, guys. Remember, we talked about how the Chargers are the fourth worst in the NFL in drafting.
Yeah.
And finding success in the draft. So now again, that's the prior regime. So we don't know what's coming forward.
Right.
But it's going to be huge.
So yeah, I mean, we'll talk more about who are like potential new GMs going to be, like, upcoming videos and stuff like that, but I mean, not like I said, that kind of goes into like the mentality of like the Rams. F them picks, let's just
F them picks, dude.
Yeah.
F them picks. Look, at the end of the day, guys, you want a team to be cohesive and care about the guys in the locker room and play hard. That's all that matters. And I'm telling you, so again, what were you just saying to me about Brandon Staley, what he said to the Jacksonville Jaguars? There's tons of articles that came out talking about this specifically. Go ahead and repeat what you said there.
Yeah, so like we talked about this before we went live, but like there's a couple of articles that came out where after the Jacksonville loss, he was basically talking about how we have games like this where we lose we lose spectacularly, like, and this is sports, this is what happens, we sign up for this and stuff, and I'm like, all these guys in that locker room are really feeling like crap, like they just lost a big game in a spectacular way. The season's completely over. And he comes in there and just starts spitting like that at him. Like, bro, like, what are you talking about, man? Like, that's not leadership, and that had to have carried over from that season to this season. Like, it's just, there was just no gas in the tank, even in this season, Yeah,
and just, Chev, SJD was not playing great, right? They saved $7 million or something like that in cap space. So
that's not much.
Yeah. But still, it's, we're $42 million over the cap next year, guys. We got 4 guys over $30 million. So you could probably keep 1 out of those 3, I would say, but you got to get right with all that stuff. Hey, there we go. And you can't be mad about this one. And by the way, Quentin looked good. Yeah. There's a few plays that he should have had, but he looked a lot better. He's not finishing his routes. He's kind of giving up on some of these, his route progression. That wasn't even remotely a heartbreaking loss. Give me a break. I know, seriously, guys.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, look, I can understand negativity because this has been a kick in the balls type of season.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you cannot look at this team and say, hey, they did not step out there and play their hearts out, because they did.
Exactly.
And by the way, this guy right here, dude, Gerald Everett, I can't say enough about this guy. We better re-sign him. You could probably re-sign him fairly cheap.
Right.
Pretty bad blocking tight end, if I'm completely honest.
Sure.
He's pretty much a wide receiver.
I mean,
but he's physical.
That's all of our tight ends, though. They're not blockers. Like, I mean, I've never really seen Parham out there blocking solid. I've never really seen, like, I haven't even seen Nick Vanette do that. I mean, that's why McKitty is like, he wasn't blocking, he wasn't catching. He was nothing. So.
And Vanette's actually been an okay blocker. He's been okay. But again, he's not amazing. But he's better. It's just, and Parham is out. I don't even know if Parham's coming back anytime.
Yeah, probably not
as well too. But again, it's a big part in the NFL. You got to have some good blocking tight ends. We just don't have it.
And that's also a thought too. Like, I mean, I don't think Parham's going to come back next year, because like, how many times has his hamstring's been hurt, something like that. Unfortunately, that really scary injury that he had. It's like
with the concussion.
Yeah. So
and remember, guys. I think that's all I had set up on the slides wise here.
Okay.
Resign Everett and Alohi. I agree. Derwin. I love Derwin. But you could trade him away, save some money, get some draft capital, guys. I mean,
and if not, maybe you can definitely restructure his contract. So like, to save some cap and stuff like that too.
Oh, that's why.
You just missed one.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Palmer here. I was going to say, I was like, man, I knew I had some more slides than that.
There you go.
Yeah, again, Everett would be a good, exactly, right? So,
a lot of people like Brock Bowers for our draft if we can.
Yeah.
I
think there's a lot of things that could really happen. But again, okay, guys, so just let me ask you guys a question. Like, let's say we do get Jim Harbaugh. Let's say we sign him as our head coach, lock him up for a 5-year deal for $15 million. I think $15 million seems like the number that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
$15 million. He'll probably be the GM for the most part, and he will be the GM,
right?
100%. Whoever's there is going to be just by title only.
Yeah,
and that would probably be JoJo Wooden. They probably just say, "Well, hey JoJo,
sure. Yeah,
you're the
be the assistant.
You're the assistant or whatever."
Yeah, right.
But
assistant to the assistant regional manager. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the office.
Yeah. Can we talk about how good Palmer dis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did. Bro, I love Palmer. Palmer is an absolute baller. And wait, this is his last year on his contract, isn't it?
I think so too.
Yeah. So we need to re-sign him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is huge. That strip fumble, man. He is impressed. I have to give it up to Aether. He said Alohi he'd be good. I didn't think he'd be that good this season. He's been way better than I expected.
Yeah, the Alohi crew called it first.
Yeah, the Alohi. Yeah,
they were stoked on him for sure.
And you're right. Josh was always good. Yeah. And it's good to see Quentin step up, man. Quentin's looking good, and he's getting that yak. He's getting that yak. Again, we got 2 more games, guys. I really want to get him more involved.
Yeah.
Darius Davis looked good. I look, was it a pretty game? No. Was it way better than I expected? 100%. Again, I expected to not even be close in this game, and it was good. And I agree with you on that too, reality check. You could re-sign him fairly cheap.
Yeah. He could be like a 4th stringer, like veteran player, whatever like that, just to kind of give some veterancy to like our team. Cause we don't know what's going to happen with Mike Williams. We don't know what's going to happen with Keenan Allen.
Yep.
I mean, cause we're in a tight spot. So I don't know, man, it's going to be dangerous next year.
Yeah. If we want to, it has to be Bosa. It'd be interesting. Oh, he is still on his rookie contract. Okay, good. I couldn't remember it because I remember looking at that a little while ago. We could probably look at that again.
Right.
I think Bosa, Williams has got to go. You want to keep Allen for sure.
Yeah.
Big one is Mac. I would love Mac to come back. Maybe 2-year, kind of extension, something like that. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, let's be honest. Like if Von Miller's still playing at a very high level and he's like doing the same position basically. So it's like, if Mac feels like he's still able to play, let's bring him back.
Yeah. And again, you can sit back and talk all about Bill Belichick and all this and that. There's a lot to discuss on that. So we'll talk more about all of this. I know there's a lot to discuss. And again, you're right. We need a GM that has some good talent evaluators. It's a big part of it, man. I mean, bottom line, man, dude, I'll tell you, the NFL, it's not only about getting players, it's getting players that are going to be able to play together. What you saw was a team that actually wanted to play together and play for each other, which was huge.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you don't see that, and that's what we haven't seen all season, you see a pretty crappy product, but you saw a much better product today.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%. Daniel Popper did an entire article on that he was great at drawing it up on a screen or a whiteboard and say, you do this, you do that, but it doesn't work on the field. It just doesn't in real time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yep. The entire defensive side of the ball, or just keep it simple. Right? Let's just play what these guys have played all season or their entire careers as football players.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything crazy.
Right.
Mac is a player coach on defense. Yep, I agree.
Yes. 100%. And he's also one of those really good like team player people that was fostering a team bonding experience by hosting those dinners and stuff like that, and that was another part of the article that it said is that like Staley was not a very good uniting kind of coach.
Yes.
So that was, but people on the team like Khalil Mack are, and so that's why Khalil Mack is one of the captains on the team.
By the way, great game, guys.
Just here to like
the video.
Appreciate it. I like it. Thank you, bro.
I love that. I love that name.
Yeah.
Get a veteran coach. I agree. Now, the other one we'll probably talk more about that too, but there's I think it could happen very quick. I mean, like Harbaugh, depends on what happens with Michigan. We'll see what happens.
I think I saw somewhere this morning that they were actually talking about the level 1 offenses that they did get like approved or whatever like that. I know Michigan was still trying to push against it, but I think he did get accused of now the level 1 offenses or something like that.
Oh,
you
wow.
know? So yeah,
Okay.
so if that's the case, then it's going to be a much bigger suspension for him after all. So
yeah,
I'm not 100% sure. Like I may have read it wrong. Anyone in the chat, go ahead and correct me. It's totally fine.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know about that. Yeah, and again, you're right, Chris. In fact, I even made this comment to Kyle and everybody. I said, hey, this just goes to show you this team can play. With a backup quarterback and interim head coach, they go out there and play, and they look good, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, say what you want to say about the Chargers. They have talent. They just, you needed somebody to make them come together. And whatever coach, Staley tried to do, just did not do it. I agree. Harbaugh could do it because he's also not going to play favorites, right? He's not going to play favorites. And you saw over and over again, that's exactly what happened with Brandon Staley. He had his boys.
Yeah.
He made it a fraternity.
Yeah.
And Adam Peeners is Peeners. God, I cannot talk today. Adam Peeners.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. That we I think he's been there for a long time, and I think he would be a really good person for the GM.
I like him.
But I don't know. We don't know. Maybe Harbaugh might want to be like, no, I want to be the GM and head coach. So
well, yeah, but you still need a GM in the title.
Yeah.
So he's still going to be doing the contracts and whatever.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I mean, he'll be an assistant GM. Well, he'll be a GM only title only.
Right.
Exactly. And again, watch the game, guys. If you guys, I know a lot of people just said they weren't going to watch. So go watch the game. It is a very good game. The Chargers played great. They okay.
All right.
Okay.
No homo.
Bend over, I'll show you. That dude looked 5 times better tonight. Yep.
Yeah.
Because they kept it simple, Rich.
Yeah.
They kept it simple. And again, I keep going back to what Brandon Staley kept talking about. He's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand, the situation.
Yeah.
This is perfect, dude. I bet he's thinking about other women. We're going to bolt up so effing hard.
Yeah.
I love this. I think that meme is so great.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Mock drafts.
Oh yeah, I mean the off season has definitely begun. Like with Bash getting waived right before the game. Yeah, this is the off season. Like where everyone's starting to check out a little bit. Like and obviously it's hard to really stay motivated for the rest of the season at this point. So, but yeah, like the off season's begun. I was even asked on Instagram who I think might be let go next, and it's kind of a tough question to really answer because I'm like, well. I mean, it could be a lot of people, could be Mike Williams, could be, Derwin James for a big old trade, a monster trade. Maybe we can get good stuff with him, like, I mean, I don't want to go into a rebuild year, but, I want to see some fresh blood maybe,
Well, you got a lot of people on the defensive line that are expensive. Austin Johnson's expensive.
Yes.
Nick Williams is expensive. There's a lot of guys there that are pretty pricey. So look, whoever comes in, I mean, if it's Harbaugh, he's probably going to blow things up. Right. Mm-hmm. He's probably going to blow things up. But again, I cannot stress enough how much credit you have to give Derek Ainsley for just this is exactly what I would have done. I would have said, hey, what do you guys want to run?
Yeah.
What are your favorite plays and why? Like, what do you want to do? Right. Mm-hmm. Because the way I view it, here's the thing too, guys, you can't just flip and just change. All of a sudden we're going to become a man defense team. You're just not.
Yeah.
You don't have the personnel for that. So you can make small adjustments, but that's really all you can do. And you just have to give him credit for listening to his players. Clearly he did what the players wanted to do and it paid off. They played better, guys. I mean, you have to say that, right? We weren't embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, 100%. Yep. And again, we'll have 2 more games left to watch, guys. And you're right, Dennis. He's made every quarterback better. And it's one of the things Brandon Staley said he was going to do, but he didn't do it. In fact, statistically speaking, he got worse.
Yeah.
I think it was largely because he was micromanaged. I feel like he was micromanaged on both sides of the ball. I think Brandon Staley tried to micromanage him. Mm-hmm. And you got to wonder what the discussion was with, Brandon Staley and also Coach Moore,
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the unfortunate thing, because Brandon Staley was a quarterback himself.
Yep.
But he did kind of flip to like being more defensive minded coach, which is kind of like a little odd.
Yeah.
So, but then again, it just kind of means that I don't know. I think by him taking on too much like responsibility as a defensive coordinator as well, just gave him too much that he can chew. Yeah.
Well, and again, there's a difference between being a leader and a good offensive coordinator. It's
Right.
very different. You would just assume that you could equate that to being a head coach. Head coach is very different. You got to get in front of the camera, ask some very tough questions, and there's a lot of pressure there. And again, Brandon Staley's been through a lot, right? He survived cancer, all the other things going on. So you respect him in that regard, but he just could not say the right things to get these guys motivated, right?
Yeah,
there's and again, playing favorites, being a player coach, in my experience, doesn't work that great.
Right.
Yeah. It's okay to piss players off occasionally. I coach a lot of softball. I've had last summer, I coached 3 softball teams, and I put players where I thought they would succeed the best. That's it. Oh, I want to play third base. No, you're not good at third base. You're going to play left field, or you're going to play right field, or you're going to play whatever. I'm putting you where you're better.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
We're here to win. And that's it. It's, oh no, I want to play. Sorry. Then you're not playing.
Yeah.
So, my point is there comes a point where you have to just be the coach and not a friend.
Right.
I think he was always a friend. So
yeah.
Like,
and that's what I've heard or seen some reports talking about that he's more of a player coach.
Yep.
Like we're saying, and he kind of just lets them do what they want to do. It's not really, giving them actually like notes or anything like that, or anything like, so they're just out there doing their thing. And, that's not coaching, like that's just, like, okay, let's go, let's recess, Yeah.
I still think this one's great.
Yeah.
But again, you never want to wish look, he's probably going to go back to the Rams. He'll do something else.
I mean, the man, he could sit on his hands for the rest of his life if he really wanted to. Like, he made $4 million a year.
He's going to get paid $4 million next year.
And he's going to get paid $4 million to do nothing next year. So,
like,
okay. So, I don't feel sorry for that. It's just like, I mean, I can't. Yes. I no one ever really wants somebody to get fired. Like, I'm not a total piece of crap that like, I'd be like would want someone to get fired, but that guy has enough money to be good for the rest of his life if he wanted to, So that I'm fine with it,
So I'm going to give you a story about softball. So there's a girl on our team. She's definitely not listening to this. She complained all the time. There was 2 people on the team that just always bickered at each other. I sat her down for 3 games. Actually, I think it was almost a month. I said, you know what? I'm tired of your attitude. You're sitting down. She wasn't that good anyways. We weren't losing anything, having her sit. And she's like, I want to play. And I said, look, you going to change your attitude? And like, I'm sick and tired of you talking to people about other people. It's bad for team morale, and it does not fly with me.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to have that.
It's a negative energy.
It's a negative energy.
Right.
It brings everybody down. If you change the way you handle things and the way you talk to our other teammates, I'll let you play. So she thought it over. Again, it was a co-ed team. Very hard conversation with a female as well, too, right? Because again, it was very hard. But my point is, I told her, hey, look, you need to think differently about the way you're acting towards our other teammates. And that's it, Yeah. So, it changed. She came back. She played much better. And her attitude was 100% improved. We had a great conversation. We're still friends to this day.
Yeah.
But, sometimes people have to be checked. And sorry, if you're not improving the team and you're hurting the team there's different ways you can hurt the team.
Sure.
You can hurt the team by just having a bad attitude or just not playing hard. All those things come into factors, and a good head coach will make those decisions and make those hard decisions moving forward.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, the Spanos family's got to do a lot. They got to do a lot to get these fans back. 100%. 100%, guys.
Yeah, and that's true. They can't mess up this.
They cannot.
Next hire at all.
They cannot.
Like, I mean,
yep.
That's why, like, everyone's saying it's like no more first-time head coaches, please. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I know there's a couple of golden boys out there. Ben Johnson's out there. He's really good. I think there's a lot of people are talking about the Browns, like one of the coaches from the Browns or something like that too. But they're all first-time head coaches. Like I get that there would be some excitement towards it, but dude, we can't have fourth in a row.
I will say this too. I am a big believer in I do like Dan Quinn if we don't get Harbaugh, I like Dan Quinn. But my concern there would be the offensive situation with Justin Herbert. We need to see some continuity there.
Right.
I'm hoping maybe you could keep Kellen Moore. Who knows?
Right.
Because Kellen Moore, I think, has worked okay with Brandon Staley or Justin Herbert.
Right.
Yeah. And again, we could talk about this all day. I just think it's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Tom, we need to talk. And by the way, I don't know if you guys saw, but John Spanos chatted for like an hour to the media. Yeah.
I didn't see that.
He hasn't talked to the media in like years.
Hide the thing for the captions on the bottom there.
Oh, okay. There. Oh, yeah, right there. You kind of see that.
Torturing us since 2021. The future.
Yeah. Again, you're right though. Quinn, again, that was an epic loss with 20-3.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the hope is that he potentially learned a lot from that. It's like, so yeah, like that's the biggest problem. Like, and we talked to out of our Falcon Mind people about potential us getting Dan Quinn, and they did not wish that evil upon us, of course. So, and that is a big concern, obviously. Like Dan Quinn, I don't know about that one either. So like that's why, like I say, give me Harbaugh, give me freaking Bill Belichick, give me Mike Tomlin if he gets let go. Like that would be amazing.
Good point. Yeah, and then did McDummy learn? No, he did not. Right. So that's the real question, right? Again, obviously Harbaugh's who's everyone wants, and I understand that 100%. Right. But again, it'll be very interesting to see. I will say this: it does feel a lot like the Chargers have the inside track on that hire. Well, are they going to pay him what he wants? That's the question.
Yeah, I think they will. I mean, because look at this though too. It's like, who are the other teams that have
other coach to blow a huge lead?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so let's do
that. That's a good point. Good point.
I mean, exactly. But just look at what other teams have coaches on the chopping block and the hot seat right now too.
Right.
It's like of all of them, it's like probably the Steelers right now. Like he's kind of on the hot seat.
Yep.
Even though they had a good win today, solid win. Who else you got? You got the Commanders, hot seat. You got the Panthers. Like that's an opening there. Obviously Patriots. There's one more. It's like obviously Chargers. Yeah. So it's like of all those teams, only the Chargers have the franchise quarterback in place.
Yep.
And that's huge.
Yeah, I mean, think of it this way, guys. Like it's so much easier if you have a quarterback that can throw the ball downfield. I mean, there are very few teams. I mean, Herbert's a top 5 quarterback.
Easy.
Everyone knows that.
He has that potential. He hasn't shown it this year.
Yeah, this year has been an off year for him. And I think part of it was he kept trying to push he kept trying to do too much. That's probably the better way of saying it. I think he kept trying. Again, I have to give it up for Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore did a good job of keeping it very simple for Easton Stick. And he looked good. He looked good, guys.
Right.
That's a good offensive coordinator. You can't ask for more than that, guys. You just really can't. And so, I think it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
And again, look, they're talking a lot of game. They're saying, hey, we're doesn't matter. We're going to spend money.
Yeah.
You got to remember too, guys, you got Kellen Moore. And then I want to keep this guy right here. Ryan Ficken has been awesome, guys. Worst special teams in the NFL before he showed up.
Yeah.
Now we're number 1.
Right.
That's saying something.
And I would have liked him to have been the interim head coach.
Yeah. I would have thought he'd been pretty good too.
Yeah, he would have been pretty good on that, for sure. Like, why not?
I think Giff was just a likable guy. I think a lot of people respected him as a human being.
Yeah.
And I think Ryan Ficken was a little new. That's my take on it, but you're probably right.
And here's the thought too, though. It's like, so Giff, apparently he has been interim head coach a couple times already. So he has taken up like in between situations, like as a bridge coach,
Yep.
So he kind of like knows the skinny, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
So Dennis, this is a good point. It's been shown offensive-minded head coach are way more successful in the passing league, keeping the offensive-minded coach in continuity with Herbert. 100%.
Right.
100%. I think that's why, the rumor was Ben Johnson wants $15 million. Again, apparently his agent came out and said that's not true or whatever.
Yeah. So I was going to say, it's the first-time head coach and you want $15 million?
Yeah, right. You're like, bro. Anyways, so that's my point, right? But here's my thing. You're right. You want to keep some continuity for Justin Herbert.
Right.
I mean, if he's your guy, which he is, then he's the guy.
Most valuable player on our team. Yeah, so you want some continuity with him. And like every single year, since Herman's been playing, we only had one consistent year with him.
Yep.
Under Joe Lombardi. So,
yep. Yeah, and Quinn is not a proven winner. You're right.
Yeah.
Quinn's an interesting guy.
Right.
I think he's a very good defensive coordinator, but it's very different to be a head coach.
Jeez.
If good for Harbaugh by the Jags, charge let him go. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I mean, look, dude, he's been in the league a long time. Like he knows what he's doing. So, there's a lot to be said about him for sure. Yeah, and again, we could talk about this, right? These are the actual, these are the people that, I think that are in the league right now that look pretty good.
Yeah.
You never know, man. I mean, it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
Coach Rivers. There we go.
There you go. Bring in Rivers.
Bring in Rivers.
I mean, if nothing else, he can just come as a consultant, kind of like what LT is. And so is Antonio Gates. They're like, they're in the management staff situation as like, part of the discussions or whatever. Like, like they do respect their opinions on things, but they're not like big portions of the conversation, So I don't know. I mean, Rivers is coaching, like high school players. Let's just bring him back. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to discuss on all that, But again, it's there is so much to break down around all of this stuff, right? And really and truly, I just feel like, we got a lot going on. I mean, we're getting a new facility, right? Is this the guy? Should we start a GoFundMe and throw some money in for the?
Let's start a petition.
Yeah. We do a petition. We could do
a petition on
do a petition.
Was it gov.com or was it? Yeah. So make Congress act on behalf of the Spanos family.
That's right.
Yeah, to get him over there.
Well, I mean, and again, but he's improved he's proven he can win anywhere. Dude, he went to Stanford. He made Stanford a good program.
Right.
Stanford sucks.
Yeah.
Bunch of nerds over there.
Right.
Right. And okay, cool. And oh yeah, and by the way, Dicker needs to, especially after that, 5 field goals, dude. That guy, he's missed what, 2 field goals his whole NFL career, something like that.
Yeah. So
yeah, he's
definitely not the field goal leader right now, but we haven't really been putting ourselves in a position to let him kick very often.
In percentage right now, I think he is though.
Yeah,
in percentage, I think he's 96 or 97%, something like that. Yeah, he's a little over, Tucker, but Tucker's also kicks it way more. So El Original still wants Harbaugh for sure. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's where's the facility? I mean, again, you got to sit back and ask yourself this question about this facility too, folks, right? Dude, think about this. Awesome new stadium, brand new facility.
Yeah.
Dude, come on.
Yeah.
Fresh start. New GM,
get it,
new ideas,
fresh everything, new, whole new team, whole new everything.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm stoked on it, man. It's gonna be nice. I was just watching some videos about it too. They really are making it look cool. Like I would love to do a tour there,
man.
Stuff like that if we can.
For sure, dude. Like I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin, he's another guy. Just the thing about Tomlin, man, he has that mindset. He has that mindset.
I do like Mike Tomlin a lot too, though. It's like if he becomes available, that would be another solid choice because he actually has won the Super Bowl, and that goes a huge way. And he's coached that team in Pittsburgh for 20 plus years.
It's crazy,
so wild, and obviously the players love him. He's very well respected. He's probably one of the most winningest coaches in history right now too. Why not? I like the idea of Tomlin as well. So yeah.
Here we go. Harbaugh 2024, Trump 2044. Where that would be.
Nice. That'd be wild. Yeah. We'll see.
Well, I'll tell you what. Hey, the election is going to be interesting, man, for sure. I mean, hey, politics,
I'll be perfectly honest. I think it's hilarious that Trump refused to go to any of those Republican debates, because his points margin is so
he's so far above everybody.
He's so far above everybody.
Basically, there to determine who your vice president's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, there you go.
Yeah, I agree. And again, I think you need to change the mindset of the organization. See, Brandon Staley, he was soft, right? You like him. He talked a good talk. oh yeah, flowery words. He just was very good at just presenting information. And you're like, huh, okay, cool. But it's not working on the field. How are we going to fix it?
Yeah.
And that didn't seem to matter,
Right.
you know? So I don't know for sure. It'd be interesting. Oh, Andy, you'll get us a tour.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
Andy, yeah, hit us up.
Yeah, that'd be very cool.
Andy, do you work for the Chargers?
Yeah,
if so, let us know.
Hit us up on email, man. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
boltbrospodcast@gmail.com. Again, message us all the time.
Yes, sir.
Guys, also, if you we're filming this in Arizona. If you're in Arizona, we're going to be going to watch parties probably for the next couple of games. So if we can, hit us up as well. We are going to be going to some watch parties.
Yes, for sure.
We just have family here now, so we couldn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Brandon Staley equal Joe Biden. You know what? Jose, you're right. Right. This is an interesting conversation. Give us Harbaugh, Spanish. You owe us. I agree. I think they've gotten cheap on their hires, these past few hires, and they need to make a splash hire. If they don't, like, if you make a splash hire, especially with Harbaugh, you're probably going to get some of the San Diego fans to come back. The league could potentially take the Chargers serious again.
Right.
And dude, Harbaugh knows how to win, dude. He knows how to win.
And that's really, I think, the goal is that, like, I think they need to find a coach that will make the league actually fear the Chargers a little bit more. Yes.
Yep.
We all know our history as the Chargers is like we don't typically win. We choke. We do bad on like those big games and stuff like that, But if we can get a coach there to be paired with Justin Herbert that has that record to win and to change a whole culture, to make a winning organization out of a struggling one, like what he did with the Niners. They were like down in the poo-poo, Yeah.
Down in the poo-poo.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. So
down in the
and now his foundation has made them a winning organization again. So it's like,
that's true. Yeah. Hey, that's true, man. I mean, and again, it's a mentally tough sport. I mean, look again. Yes, we lost this game. We're acting like some. If you were coaching,
doing dance, yeah, doing those cat cows, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I did not see what Tom Telesco posted on Twitter. What did he say?
He said like kind of a thank you for the like his time, kind of a note, stuff like that. He said he's still a Bolt fan, but yeah, it was just like kind of a thank you and like kind of he's just being classy, just Good. being okay, like it's like okay with the decision, like I'm sure he's still sad he lost his job, but the results weren't there. Sorry, buddy. Yeah.
And that's I feel like LA Original. That's probably what they're going to do. Think of it this way. I think there's some money issues there, right? The Spanish family has money, right? But again, Bia wants out. Yeah. She wants her bags. Yeah. She's done with it.
Yeah, they're trying to sell 24% stake of the
24%.
Which, okay, come on now, guys. Let's get a fundraiser going for that. GoFundMe, to
buy that 20% stake.
Let's buy that 20%.
Come on. Yeah, crypto.
Bolt Bros will represent the Chargers community as the team. Yeah.
I'll send you a link to my crypto wallet. Send me some Bitcoins.
Yes, please.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Give us Harbaugh and he'll show you this vision. Again, I agree. And look, this is I bring up this because it's a fresh start. It's a fresh start.
Right.
New stadium, quarterback that can win. That just needs a little tutelage. Yeah. Put someone under his wing, help him out a little bit, just get him to the next level.
Yeah.
And you convince him to make things simple, right? I feel like Justin Herbert makes it much too hard on himself way too often.
Right.
Way too often.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's a big thing. Well, guys, stellar baller. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's been doing good. Yeah, the Clippers have actually they've turned their organization around in a really big way. Like they got like Kawhi Leonard out there. They got Nick Harden out there.
Yeah.
Like they're moving in good direction. But again, it's the same situation. Like the Clippers, they get into the playoffs and then they lose out in the first round. That still is a possibility. That's still on the table. But if they go deep this year, that could be huge. Like honestly for them too. And a lot of people do say that the Chargers are the Clippers of the NFL right now. So we don't know. we don't know. Like, I mean, I would. This would be interesting. And obviously, the Clippers built that new stadium like just down the street to the Chargers, like from the SoFi Stadium.
Yeah.
So, hey, why not? Like Ballmer's, he's right there. He's knocking on the door. Let's make it happen.
Man, I'd love that. Yeah, a better owner would be a good thing. It would be huge. So.
But we're stuck with them for at least 3 more years.
Yep.
Because there is that rule that like you can't sell the team like more than up to 10 years after a move or something like that. So we still have a couple more years on that. So I don't think it's possible that someone else can buy it just yet.
Oh man, Musk could buy it with like pocket change.
Dude. Oh yeah.
or Bezos, those two. I mean,
there'd be a conflict of interest for Bezos now because he's got like a stake in the NFL period itself. So I think Bezos he's betting on the house. He's not betting on like the players. Yeah. So
the interim head coaches look good. Gibbs Smith's looking good. I'm really curious. Actually, let's see if there's anything on the on Twitter. If we actually didn't listen to the post-game show,
we could see pull that up.
Let me see if we can find that. Oh, here we go. Oh, let's see if we can find it here. Let me see here on YouTube. Here.
Go ahead and throw your questions out, guys. Like we talked we talked quite a bit about what we thought. If you have anything, we'll just chat about it for sure. Don't worry about it. We're here just to hang out. We're not really looking. Yes, it sucks to lose, but you know what? We're doing all right. We're doing all right.
We did a lot better than I expected. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Yeah.
And I think what's going on here? Why are we not finding?
Usually we're looking for the post game conversation. I don't know if we can't find it just yet.
Yeah, here we go. Let me see. Maybe it's. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Here we go. Here's GIF.
Here's GIF. Yeah.
Here's GIF. Okay, hold on. Let's pull this up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
That's a small one.
There we go.
Yeah. And look, guys.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Josh Allen's in the chat. What's up,
man?
Hey,
Josh. What's up?
Good win.
That they would play.
All right, here we go.
And stop the run.
Okay, hold on. So if you can hear that, guys.
A little aggressive on some different downs, probably was a little bit different, but it was a nice, clean package, and they were able to execute.
How did you feel just overall about how the defense played?
Yeah, I thought they played well. They hit us.
Can you guys hear okay? Let us know.
He can extend plays with his feet. He was able to hit the one early and then the one down the sideline, and that's what he does. We zeroed him at the end of the game, which I think was a great call.
Yep.
And lobbed one up and had a little confusion off the stack and left a guy uncovered. More times than not, that's a pick, and it's a walk-off win.
Derwin's role tonight, he played
sounds good.
So far, but should we expect to see that, not him back there at safety?
I'm really trying to crank it up here.
Yeah, going into the game, Chris, we really thought that it wouldn't be that much base. We haven't played much base. Didn't see it become.
I always want to win.
Base, but
I don't want to lose.
Pony looks with the two backs, and it created more of that. We really wanted him close to the line and playing fast, and he played really well. He really did. He played a good game.
The actual stream.
Sometimes it goes that way. If we would have known that, we would have, maybe done some things a little different. But
that's all the way up.
That was the plan moving
in.
So he
could really
close
quiet.
To the line, and we needed
Sorry, guys.
And play physical, and he did.
Was that because you wanted close to the line because of the way?
Sorry, guys. It's pretty quiet.
I thought it was really good.
We're pumping it as much. Wait, go to the
in the run game, having a physical
to there.
like that.
The window on the side there. You might be able. No, there's no.
Coach Staley was here going for that fourth down, so that aggression. You kicked a bunch of field goals tonight.
Bobby Ross would be nice.
Yep.
Or was it just the circumstances in this game tonight?
I think
trying to crank it up
into this game
possible. I don't know what else
There's
to
not
do.
much we can do.
We wanted to have a chance at the end for the knockout. And so we were going to play it a little close to the vest. Team knew that. Get points on the board and give ourselves a chance to win. And that's
as loud as we can get it, guys. I apologize.
Buffalo's final drive.
Let's try this.
Consider just letting them score to give yourself a little bit more time.
Nope.
Did you just kind of wanted to play?
Yeah, I have it cranked.
We talked about it. When they reviewed the call, there's a part
That's
of me
right,
that was
Tommy.
hoping they were going to say
Team played hard.
Let them score so we'd have more time. But Coach over there does a great job, and they would have slid if we would have tried to let them freeway. But yeah, we did have that discussion. but they had enough time to talk to their players.
It would be interesting to
and get
see what
mission
the
at hand.
locker
So,
room
we
conversation is. You know,
did.
Brandon Staley would never show the losses.
Mhm.
So I'm curious if we get a video of the loss conversation. You're right.
Him and J.K. Scott,
Right.
we got two of the best, and we rode them today, fellas. We really did, and that was the plan going in. We were going to use them, but Dicker, I mean, he's a cool cat. You know, kickers are different, and but we sure are glad we got him.
What was the experience like being a head coach, and what did you think of the way the guys responded to the way things have changed the last week?
Yeah, I think once you get on the field, then it's a lot more comfortable than all the other stuff. The staff, everybody did a great job. I think the team responded to the message that the organization and the staff had. And, you know, there's not moral victories in any of this, but they learn or they really achieve fighting for each other and knowing what that feels like. And I thought they did that.
The fresh starts, what was the message?
I like this.
Going into the game? Yeah, going into the game, we wanted to keep it close, to have a chance to win it at the end.
Yep.
But we wanted every play to fight for each other,
Yep.
no matter what. And if there was ever a guy that wasn't going to do it, we were going to pull him out. But we didn't
That's
have
huge.
any of that, and they fought. They fought every play.
Yep.
Fresh start seemed to
That's huge.
re-energize the team. They were excited you to get a chance. Did you feel that all week long leading up to this game?
Yeah, I felt like going into the game, I truly felt like they'd play hard. I really did. My question going into the game was, how would they react the first time Buffalo punches you in the face?
Okay.
So we go up, and then Buffalo scores 14-10. Could be where you crash and burn. And they rallied and they fought. So
Okay.
that's the step in the right direction.
Okay. Good.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you, fellas.
All right. Let's see what Easton Stick has to say. I know it's pretty short, so let's see what he has to say real quick. Okay. Real fast. There we go. Easton Stick. Oop. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they may have pulled it down because I think they trim it a little bit.
Yeah.
there
Oh,
it
here
is.
we go. Yeah. This one's only 2 minutes. Okay.
Feeling the way we're feeling.
Can you talk about just the effort from the wide receivers? I think about 7 got over 10 passing yards.
Yeah, it's a credit to those guys. It's a credit to Kellen, to Coach Beatty, and just finding ways to get everybody involved. And
The gift.
a diverse room, guys with a lot of skill sets, and so trying to find ways to let everybody touch it and impact it in a positive way. And I thought we did that tonight in a lot of different ways.
Kept it simple too. They didn't
He was
overcomplicate
awesome.
things.
He was awesome all week. He told us, that was the plan going into it. Let's get this thing to the fourth quarter and find a way to win it. And obviously came up a little bit short. But just the way he rallied the guys this week, and you saw how hard we played, and that's a credit to Giff. It's a credit to the guys in the locker room.
Yep.
He did an unbelievable job this week.
I like this idea. Trade down.
You guys came out with a lot of energy in the first quarter. Was that just kind of the messaging throughout the week of just going out there and playing fast, like from the jump?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a big part of it. Obviously, you want to play from in front, play with the lead, and the defense did a really good job. Got us a short field, special teams got us a short field, and we were able to get the ball in the end zone and take a lead, and that's the way you want to play it. We just got to consistently execute better, so we feel better at the end.
How have you been just managing this week, just going through all the transitions, being a starter and new coach and everything?
Be awesome
Yeah,
if
it's
we win
just
our
part
next
of
2
it.
games. It'd be so
Look,
sick.
at the end of the
I
day,
want to
it's
see
our
us
job,
win.
and
Yeah.
it's,
I understand the
I
argument against better
understand
pitches,
to do
but
this every day.
or
We understand
picks,
it's not going
but
to last forever.
I want to see us win.
And so
Draft
just trying
position.
to stay in the moment.
Winning is
be a part
better.
of this
I
locker
don't
room,
really care. I want to end
and
the
enjoy
season on a
guys
high
as
note.
much as possible.
100%.
And go out there and play as well as we can play. So, the opportunities means the world to me to get a chance to go out there and play with the guys.
That is true. Well, guys, lot to discuss. Yep, Harrison, Bowers. It's going to be really interesting, man. We could be trading Mac. You never know, man. Retain Stick, yeah. People might want him. I think we have him another year, don't we?
I think this was his final year. Because I think they 5th-yeared him. So we I don't know. I don't know if he's. Oops. Oh, sorry guys.
There we go. That was weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry about that. Yep.
Yeah, I think you want to retain stick for sure. Yeah, and you're right, Rich. Play these games to win, man. I mean, I understand the concept of a draft pick, but the draft pick is a draft pick, man. You just kind of never know what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's it. We had a couple of duds in the first round for like a lot of years. I mean, Kenneth Murray, like this is his first time that he actually played well in his 4 years with the team.
Yep.
And then we had Jerry Tillery. He was a speed bump, for 4 years. Like we had him for 2 years too long. At least.
Yeah, that's right. I think he did sign for 2 years.
Okay,
yeah. So
okay.
we have him for a little while. So
Got it.
So I think we'll be okay. Well, we could wrap up final thoughts and go from there. I would just say this, man. I thought we played with heart. I think we played great. I was super excited to see us actually be out there competing. And I really like what Giff said. He said, look, if you weren't playing out there hard, you were going to get yanked.
Yeah.
And I like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Brandon Staley didn't do that. He just kind of sat there and he just let his guys do his thing. And that doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So, look, it was exciting. I'm happy that it went down the way it did. We wish would have won.
Yeah.
But we still kept things close, which I thought was good.
Yeah. We basically were excited about the game all the way to the last minute, So that was good. That was really solid. So, and the biggest thing, like we said before, is that, we played well against a pretty good team, like a playoff level team. Because, we lost to the Raiders, and that was really just a statement.
Yep.
That was the reason why we lost to the Raiders. It was a statement game. Players wanted Staley gone. End of story. And so they intentionally lost that game to get him out. And so that way, end of the season, we can just do whatever they needed to do. But now, like, they showed up to this game and actually gave the Bills a fight that they had to earn that win. And that was huge. And so it really just proves that Staley was the problem this entire time. So
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. And you're right. Take our 5th pick, trade first, second round pick, trade Khalil Mack for a second round pick, Mike Williams for a 3rd pick. Bosa ain't getting paid ain't going anywhere. I think you probably can trade Bosa, man. You could probably trade him for a 5th or 6th round pick. I mean, just dump him.
Yeah.
And dude, look, Bosa's never healthy, right? And that's a good question. I'm not sure if he quit or they want to just let him go to save some salary cap. Maybe he got upset and said, I want to play for Staley. And who knows?
Yeah.
That's a little odd, a bit of a move, but it'll be interesting to see. So,
well, I mean, the same side. I mean, like Austin Eckler did talk a little bit about them firing Tom Telesco. He said it kind of hurt him a little bit because, like Tom Telesco was
the one who believed in
him. One that believed in him, put him on the squad. He was obviously unsigned free agent, so, and then they put him on the 3rd string and then gave him a shot, and that's all I needed was a shot, like in these players. But he's like, he's not going to cry over spilled milk. He's like, all right, well, he just understands that's the business, like
part of the business.
And that's what Bash was. Maybe if he really left because of Staley leaving, this is not good. Bash just needs to recognize that that's the league. This is how things are done. So.
Yeah, good to see you, Jeremy, as well, all the way from Texas.
Hey, nice.
Yep, and again, it's probably got to be hard, right? I'm sure players want to talk. That's a tough one, man. But he's got a lot of value. You could trade him away. He's getting a little older. He's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Getting young has value, guys. It really does. And so there's a lot to be said about that.
Yep.
And again,
very
almost
refreshing.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think there was clearly things going on there. I think more is going to keep coming out about what was happening with the team. I agree with you on this too. And again, that's why I like the idea of winning. If we win, we could rotate some of that into the next season. Hey, we finished strong with Herbert on the bench, and we did well. So, well, guys, I guess that's it. So I guess look, at the end of the day, bolt up. We're here. Probably do a little recap tomorrow. I think there's a lot to be said about this, but again, we're going to keep giving you more content, let you guys know what's going on. As always, folks, bolt up. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bros, let's go.
Let's go.